Did you guys scrim today?
No, it's exam week.
Gotcha,
We're
gotcha,
just not playing matches for this week.
gotcha. Fair enough.
Oh,
Fair
shoot.
enough. Oh, do I still have my old? I still have my old Discord in there, in my Twitch thing. I'll try and fix
Really?
that later, guys. Yeah, it's my I have like a stream community that I built.
Sure.
That's sort of old, but yeah. August, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Dude, I almost have 500 followers, Chad. If I get 500 followers, I promise I do a 24-hour stream. So that happens, that'll be interesting. Are you good?
What the?
Whoa,
Yeah.
Cool, we'll start.
Wait, can we do? I don't want to do this map because we just rolled them. Can we do Hollywood?
Sure. Is it
It's
on
in the
this
middle,
pod?
yeah. It's in the
Is it on this-
middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just
1 second.
go back like 2 minutes.
Is this a third-person VOD or?
I can only spectate my team, so it's
Oh,
third person in the sense that
okay, gotcha. I gotcha. That's fine. That's still sort of shitty, but
yeah.
Scrim or Tespa?
It's a Tesla match.
Okay. Who are you guys playing?
University of California, Santa
Irvine?
Clara, or Santa
Oh, okay.
Cruz. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. They're not bad. Okay.
Yeah, we lost
play
them.
like
Yeah, we
lost
lost them like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like you're running a Dotes.
Floats, yeah, or
Dotes.
I don't know. People call it a lot of things.
So first thing I'm gonna say is I didn't know if you did in spawn or not, but what you should be doing in spawn when you got 50 seconds is saying what comp you're running, what's your plan, versus different compositions they run. So if they're running Zen Goats, what's your plan? How are you gonna position? How are you gonna engage? If they're running Moira Goats, what's your plan? If they're running Treehouse, what's your plan? If they're running Pharmacy, what's your plan? That way, as soon as this happens right here, you guys already know what you need to do.
I see.
And you're not wasting time. Like you
see.
talk about those 50 seconds if you want to counter swap versus comps and like other stuff. That way you're just not wasting time. You'll be more efficient.
Yeah, I try to do that like before the match, but a lot of teams in Tesla run like. Okay, you can finish. Sorry.
I mean it's just better because for every single map, like it's better to keep people refreshed because people tunnel vision and forget. What are you saying though?
I see. Yeah, because we're usually prep for like versus goats and stuff, but like a lot of teams in Tesla run like whack shit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They run like Ryan Zarya, like Farah Doomfist or something.
I think the reason why is like my Tespa team or my university I go to, they run Doomfist because we have a Doomfist player that's like really good. So like any team that's like even GM will probably just get like screwed over by him because he'll just go in and kill like 2 people. So it just depends because Tespa's like SR is so, you know what I mean? Like that's why someone who's like top 500 and can just carry on a hero, right? But as you go higher and higher in ranks, you're going to see more meta and more just coordination.
Yeah, I think. So what happens here is we basically almost get full health.
Wait 1 second.
Yeah.
So we're calling Doom, but your Briggs on Ryan, so this is semi okay if only your Briggs on Ryan, because someone needs to, when you guys engage like this, that's a terrible color. When you're engaging like this, someone needs to keep them at bay, right? If someone doesn't keep them at bay, then they're just gonna come in and roll you. So, and the best person for that, honestly, is a Reinhardt Brig, and then you can 4v1 the Doomfist.
Okay.
Or you could do is a Zarya and Orion, and then break and just stun the Doomfist. But if you haven't used your Zarya extra bubble, you can use that to peel for the Doomfist and then just kill the Doomfist. So the other issue I have with this is how you guys engaged. You guys didn't really synergize your engage. When you like initiate with goats, first thing you probably want to see is check is do they have a Lucio, or Dotes? Do they have a Lucio? If they don't have a Lucio, that means you can probably have stronger rotations on them, meaning that like you can do more work. Like you can just rotate around, go alleyway, and then just dive straight on their supports or backline. So since you guys, I don't know, I mean I never saw someone was tab, but like since I also don't know. Like I'm assuming they have a Pharmacy because they have a Farfera.
They're running like Lucio Anna.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that sense, you should just get somebody to counter the Farah because
Yeah, I think.
That's fine. All right. So in that case, what we want to do now is versus the Ryan, right? Because you're running Dotes. So and play the poke game where you have basically this is your environment. you want your Ryan just peeking like that side and just poking, so force that Ryan. If that Ryan cleaves, as soon as that happens, what you do is your Brig will bash. Your Zen's already discorded the Ryan. When he bashes, the Zen's firing into him. You double bubble your Monkey and your Zarya, and then you just kill a Winston. He's dead. If they're running a Lucio Ana, like it's not enough. Like that Ryan's gonna go straight to 0 really fast.
They're saying we should just okay.
Yeah, I mean you can switch, but like if you run this comp right, you should roll over them straight away.
Okay.
And then if you're gonna switch, you switch off your Zen to a Moira. That way you can withstand the fair damage. Whenever they're running spam, you should just run Moira. Because Moira can basically, what's gonna happen is you'll build Coalescence super fast, right? And then if you think about it, if they don't have a Mercy for the Pharah, you just Coalescence the Pharah to even dive bomb the Pharah. The Pharah's dead. And now their win condition is pretty much gone. Because their win condition is playing off the Pharah damage. So even if you don't win the first fight, you win the second fight. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you're saying like we should just like take spam and just heal up and then results.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like at least all in on the Ryan or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey Leo. Yeah, don't worry. Opaque, it's all good, man. Next time. This was sort of scuffed VOD review because it took me forever to figure out how to do display capture. It was like broken. Alright, so I just want to point out something here. Watch how many abilities you use before the fight even starts. Okay? Like we can just count here.
Should we swap?
Fine, that's fine. Just jump back on, just jump parents.
So that's one ability there, right?
Going up stairs?
2, 3. That was bad. That was armor.
Oh no.
4, 5, 6. When the fight starts, you have no abilities.
I see.
And that's terrible, right? Because you need your abilities to actually do something. Like you guess you have Break Bash, right? But you used your armor pack, which is like sustains your Winston or whoever it is, right? If they jump on someone, you need the armor to withstand, like keep the Winston up. But since you use that, you can't do that. That means when Winston dives in, all he's gonna have is a Zen Orb, which isn't enough. You'll have a Zen Orb and you'll have it bubble, and that bubble would probably, like, what you do is you jump in on, if you're trying to jump someone up there or wherever the person is, you jump, and then like probably when the person's probably like around here-ish, about to hit the ground, you bubble, right? That way the person has sustain for a bit, and then when the person gets low, you armor pack the person again. And then that person normally stays alive for a while, to the point where that person can probably jump back out if needed, if you run this correctly.
I see.
And then and D.Va can normally follow up too. The best thing to jump stuff is stuff that's in LOS of your team, so your Zen can obviously discord that target, and Zen can do damage to the target. While your sort of Zarya and Briggs sort of keep it at bay. If you can speed into them, that's ideal too, because then you can just speed straight at that low person and just kill them. And you're so tanky that they can't really do much about it. But yeah, like, for example, for here, like you should just burst kill the Reinhardt, but you used all your abilities, so you're probably at a massive disadvantage. So now your Monkey's like sort of.
Yeah, you just got split.
Yeah, and at this point the fight's over.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if you guys speed boosted in, but that's like super important. Like speed boosting out is understandable. Right now you're Break speeding.
Tanks, you can try to kill Pharah too.
Are you the manager or are you a player on the team?
I'm a coach and manager.
Oh, you're a coach. Oh, okay, got you.
Okay, we ready to drop?
Sorry, no personal.
Yeah, I'm dropping on tanks.
I'm on a bubble right now.
Doom.
Back up.
Again, like, so in this fight, you probably, unless you are proactive in the fight where you punish Reinhardt again, you're probably not going to win this fight. Just straight up, because they're pushing you before you do anything. You're too passive. Before the fight starts again, you're using bubbles and stuff, and you're low, right? So obviously the users are always like, oh, this person's low, so I need to bubble this person. But that's not how it should be, right? How it should be is you speed in immediately. You might take a little bit of damage, but that's fine because you have Lucio. And Lucio will eventually switch to, like, he'll switch between heals and speed as he needs, right? But as soon as you get there, right, you already have the bubbles and everything. You just delete them.
I see.
Yeah, I'm dropping on tanks.
Is there a point in getting high ground here or no?
What you can do is go set up your Zen high ground. Like,
Okay.
so what I would say is just go like left, and take high ground from them, so their Doomfist can't play up there. And if their Ana's on top of Cafe, then your Zen can force pressure their Ana, because just pressuring a support is really viable because it makes it hard for the support to heal, right? So, I mean, I'm always a big fan of setting up your Zen, because good Zens can mechanically pop off, right? And if you give them high ground, they can just like hit heads,
I see.
and that's more than enough. But like I said, I think what would have fixed this, like I said, just gone Moira. You would have ruined them, and then basically just initiate together.
Okay.
Shatter soon.
He has shatter for sure.
Do you guys alt track?
Oh fuck.
Again, this is like
Renzo.
any decent team will kill your Zarya right here. Any decent team.
Okay.
I don't know how good this team is, but like this is feeding, and so is sort of that too. The fight's over.
Renzo.
Zarya's out.
I moved
Zarya's
right
out.
into us. Okay, no.
Because what they'll do is they'll just speed straight into you as a team. Right now they only have 3 people.
Oh, we can.
We're low.
Heal up,
Very
heal
low,
up.
very low.
And also what you're doing right now doesn't benefit anything. You already have your ult. You're just giving ult to their healers, and they just nanoed. So if anything, you're helping them,
Okay.
Don't kill.
right?
I'm
So
just gonna MC and come back.
if you're trying to get energy, I sort of understand that. Again, wasted orb, 2 wasted orbs. Now wait, you can't even initiate now.
Okay.
You have
Grab
no
Shatter,
orb, you have
Barrage,
no
Nano.
Let's
bubbles.
go to s-
We can grab first. We can grab first.
Yeah.
and then-
So you just
Grab
got your
first and then
friendly,
trans, you have to. Get ready to trans. They're looking for Barrage.
got them both.
Abigail.
Eating.
Zen?
So in terms of like shot calling, I think you like still need to work on your shot calling in the sense that like how I say you should shot call is you should do something called like counter shot calling, I like to call it, where basically you first call ultimates, then you call like the enemy's ultimates, you call their win condition, and then you make a win condition for your team that counters their win condition, right? So that's how ideally you should work. And then if you split up your shot caller and alt tracker, that's fine because a lot of teams do that. Your alt tracker ideally should be able to figure out if a fight's over 10 seconds before a fight's even like over, because normally how the fight's going, if you like kill 3 people right on their team, you probably won the fight if you have all your people alive. If they kill like 4 people on your team and you know you have 2 left, you probably lost. So like when stuff like that happens, you can tell the fight's over. And in your head, like what I used to do, because I was shot callers, I press tab and I'd start thinking, okay, they have this ult, they have that ult, they have this ult, you know, in my head. And then as soon as the fight's over, I'll just say like they have these ults. Shot, and then I mean I did everything, but like that information can go to your shot call, and the shot call will be like, okay, their win condition is probably grab bomb. We have a beat. If that bomb goes straight on top of us, it doesn't make sense using beat because he's going to kill us anyway. So we can just dry fight. Next fight we can use beat and initiate with it and be aggressive. So like that's sort of how it should be.
Okay.
I'm on the Ryan.
Ryan. Kill, get Ryan.
Who's
I can beat
behind?
this. I'm beating.
I'm moving Ryan into us.
Sorry,
I'm sorry with you.
sorry,
I'm sorry
sorry.
with you. Nice.
Doom.
Don't want to.
I have speed in 2 seconds. Stay with me. I have speed. Oh.
I'm coming back with grab.
Like that's like a waste. I mean I understand like get rid of the doom, but like you're just like wasting so many abilities.
Oh, you got healed. He's
Frog.
Still dead.
Nice.
I have
Heal
grab.
up, heal up, heal up. 1 sec.
Far's
Heal up.
back, watch out.
Are we ready to go?
I'm trying to shoot her.
Yeah.
Let's go Doom.
Big.
Doom and grab.
It's unfortunate.
Ryan?
Right.
Should have like I mean it's like when alt tracking comes, because when alt and you know that person's there, right? You would have positioned differently. If you know they have
Yeah.
shatters, like play high ground, right? Because like who's he gonna shatter? He might shatter tanks, but your supports are still up.
I
Your Lucio
see.
should ideally be trying to wall ride and do work too. Instead of
Mhm.
like if you're Lucio, instead of playing over here, like you can just wall ride and just pressure Ana and boop Ana around, and that's great.
Ryan,
Left
Ryan
AD.
one.
I'm on the Ana actually. I'm on the Ana.
Discord on Ana went way too late. So when you look at kill feed, when you're running dotes, if you look at any contenders or top tier 3 team, the Discord should or that is Genesis should be on pretty much every single kill. That's when you know you've got good target focus. But if that's not happening, that means there's an issue with discording.
Frog.
So there's one there. Whoa, what happened? Oh, there we go.
Run Discord.
Okay, I think we get it.
Okay,
I go
we
Ryan?
focus like 3 different targets.
Yeah, we have.
And honestly, just in general, people normally when they run dotes here, they normally run Moira
I have
I can
trans.
try to
Okay.
speed you out.
because a lot of teams run Treehouse here and stuff, so they need Moira for sustain. I don't know why I did that.
We have trance. Maybe we can get aggressive with trance. They.
So trance and beat. Trance is a reactive alt. Beat's a proactive alt. What I mean by that is that trance, beat is or trance is sort of used to can't deal with like bash shatter or shatter, or if they just grab, if they don't have bomb, you can trance that, right? It's sort of reactive. If your team is low and you want to try and change the fight, you can trance to keep pushing, right? If it's like evenish, beat is something you normally use to use proactive. or if they grab bomb and the bomb's sort of further away than like the grab, you can beat and keep your team alive, and whatnot. But the reason why beat's proactive is because when you run goats and goats or any types of really goats, if you beat initially in and you like do your abilities and like correctly sync them, the enemy team won't be able to react fast enough with their beat normally, and you'll wreck their Ryan first, and that's like the most important thing in goats is your main tank, right? So if you wreck their main tank first, then that'll allow you a big advantage, and even if they beat after, you'll probably still win the fight.
Okay.
Hey Small Light, what's up, dude?
If-
Alright,
I don't know, because I feel like if you beat proactively, they can just fight with speed, and then they can ult you, right?
I mean, so that's where distance matters a fight. So let's say a team is terrible. Let's say I'm trying to kind of draw size. Let's say this is the point, right? And it's sort of like that, and then it's like that, right? Okay. So when you're playing, for example, what was I gonna say? So the reason why Moira goats and Zen goats, Moira goats is for sustain, right? Zen goats normally beats Moira goats. But if you look at distance between teams, so for example, let's say the enemy team's holding here, right? And then if you're over here so far away, right, that is a massive difference, right? This distance here, displacement, is a lot. So your reaction time that you have to speed out, right, is a lot. But let's say you're playing over here, right, then you don't have that reaction time to speed out.
I see.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to figure out that distance, whether like this is for both examples. So like for example, you're saying like they're gonna try and speed out. If you're that close, I don't think they'll be able to deal with that fast enough. And also
Okay.
you're also speeding in too, right?
Yeah.
So if this is a concept, like if they're running Zen goats and you're running Moira goats, right? If you play that far away and they try and speed into you with Zen, you just speed back out because you're further away and you've got Moira, so you've got sustain. You'll build your ultimate probably really fast, and you can push back in with coalescence.
I see.
What do they use there? I don't know. They're gonna have barrage again soon. Pretty sure they have beat as well.
We're not pressuring their backline at all.
Fairfair is pretty good though. Notice how she's basically using environment and popping in and out of it, making it very hard for McCree to kill her.
Yeah.
That means that solo hit scan, unless she basically double taps that Pharah, is probably not going down. Right? So it means you need to do something like to deal with that, which is Moira, or yeah, pretty much Moira, or run like a Widow or like an Ashe and like try and deal with that way. But the best whenever you see someone like playing environment that well,
Discord and then dive with trance maybe.
it's just
If you can.
like your McCree is gonna feel like he's doing nothing because she's gonna keep popping back.
They kill. They kill. They kill.
Far
They kill.
Discord, far Discord.
in the back.
So right now, discorded Pharah, but that doesn't make sense. You discorded Ryan here because Pharah, first of all, fine. If CJ hit that Pharah once, that Pharah is going to go away, right? He's going to peek under and she's not going to be an issue. But if you hit this Ryan once, he's not going away. He's going to stay here. So we better discord the Ryan. Also, most of your team's on the Ryan and not the Pharah,
I
right?
see.
So we should be discording Ryan. Almost always you should be discording Ryan.
He's looking for shatter. He's looking for shatter. Looking for shatter. Abigail.
Oh, it's a big nade.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay. Reset. It's fine. It's fine. They use nano. They use grab.
Yeah, the biggest problem I'd
They
say
have
is your
shatter.
ability usage. You guys need to practice engaging together.
Nano grab. They have
Mhm.
shatter.
Like do like ability
like
drills,
barrage,
like
barrage.
go in like a
Yeah,
go in like
barrage.
a
They have shatter barrage.
custom game against bots
Savior,
and practice just
yeah.
like engaging on them really
Barrage.
fast or go in quick play 6-stack and practice engaging on the enemy team really fast and syncing abilities. And then after that I'd say play a lower elo team and just practicing
thanks,
syncing abilities again.
Can we die quick?
Oh, biggest thing. Most teams do this. When the time is low, that's the best time to look. The enemy team is probably gonna look for flank shatters because you're so tunnel vision that you have to go to point that you probably won't recognize like flank shatters
I see.
or flank grabs or anything like that. So likewise, that's best time for you to do flank shatters and flank grabs because enemy teams also probably really tunnel vision too, right? So you should always keep that in mind. The best time to attack teams when they are going to point in situations like this is while they're going to point. So if you attack the team like, come on, coloring, attack the team over here, right, while they're going to point, then they're sort of screwed because they have to get the point, right? And they want to defend themselves, but they can't because it's a touch point. So you're getting free damage on them, right? And yeah, the other thing is, let's say the reason why you don't want to do here is because they're already on point, and then they're on point, so they don't have to worry about getting a point, and then it's just an even fight. If you do it here, right? It's so early that they might kill you, and if they kill you, then they just get on point. They take the thing. So normally here is the best time.
I see.
Some situations this can work too, but yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck, I beat. They use Shadow Barrage.
I have
They have
more.
no ult except
I
for.
think I can get there.
They're staggering over here.
I don't know if we can
They're
make
playing
it.
I can
close
touch. I
here.
can touch. I can touch. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, okay. MX feed.
Ready?
Him could die.
Come on.
I might be dead here.
Okay, nice.
I beat. I'm beating. Let's go,
One
let's go.
Ana. One Ana.
Should have bashed that Ana.
Ana and Cafe.
I think your
Ana
brick
and
player
Cafe.
also just needs a little bit of work in terms of like bashing and like understanding how to push people.
Sorry, hotel.
Again, like, look at this. Look at that Zen. Only one person.
I see.
That's not good at all. That
And
means
he
you're not getting
was-
value out of discords at all.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Lucio one cafe.
Like literally the whole kill feed has no Zen discords except for one target.
I think he died really early in the fight.
I can go
I
with
think.
it.
I don't think he did because he got a. Oh, he died in versus Doomfist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. Like, I think our Zen.
I beat.
I mean, it's usually better because I mean,
One Ana.
hard to say because if we're running Zengos against Zengoats, we usually kill their Rhino a lot faster than they kill ours.
Do behind.
Also, how do your Zen? Your Zen died to a Doomfist. Okay, that's dead over there. Again, high ground would have probably fixed it, but you didn't have time, so
Yeah.
you had to push straight there. That's fine.
Right one.
Sorry, hotel.
Lucio one. Lucio one cafe.
Nice.
Nice
That's fine.
job,
That's good.
Good
Yeah.
touch.
I'm gonna speed back next.
Wait, do you get full
I
health
can
here
go
or not?
with
What?
You, oh, I thought you guys got full health here.
Oh, I said we almost got full health.
Oh,
They're
okay.
trying to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They have shatter probably if they're staying around.
Okay. Call me. You can probably.
They're gonna try to hold gate here.
I think when we were trying to touch point, we played more proactive.
Maybe
So
they
we
have
just
shadow. That's
won.
what they're saying.
Yes.
I think.
Leo, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I didn't see it. I don't have
We
notifications set up.
we
My
can, like,
stream is
bomb
being
and
weird.
Then, like Discord Ryan and go hard on him maybe.
I'm ready whenever.
So when you bomb, right? So whenever you talk about bombs, you gotta think about environment. And what I mean by environment, I talk about map environment. And what I mean by that is if you bomb, so if you bomb like over here, like into them,
Mhm.
and they've got like environment over here, environment over there, right?
I see.
Like that they can just hide, right?
Mhm.
Or if they have this area in here, in there, they can just go in there, right? And use the
Mhm.
corners. So bombs, if you're just gonna bomb by itself, think about environment. Like where can they hide, right? To like, block against a bomb. For example, Lijiang Gardens, the bridge, right?
Mhm.
They can't hide anywhere there. If you bomb, you're probably gonna get some kills. If you like bait them onto the bridge and then you bomb, they're probably gonna die. Especially if they're running dive tanks and they use mobility first. If they're not running dive tanks and use bubbles first, they're probably dead. And then you bash Ryan, obviously. You always bash the Ryan shield. But
Mhm.
keep that in mind.
Next, try to stay a little bit further back. Okay, speeding, let's go.
That was a late bash.
Baby's
Yeah.
one, baby's dead.
Come on, Ryan.
Can you jump fire top right?
Discord.
Right,
Yeah,
he's looking for shadow, he's looking for shadow, looking for
She's low. I'm hitting
Right
right.
on.
Your guys' speed boost need work.
Play further back, play further back.
Discord.
Like you guys don't really speed boost when you really should be.
Maybe they have shatter, that's what they're saying.
Yes, I think so.
Probably
You're
why.
on heals here, it's fine. I wish I
Um,
saw.
We can like
That's-
bomb and then like Discord Ryan.
So right here, a perfect example. You can speed boost straight in that Ryan already has already no armor. Like you
Mhm.
should just push that Ryan and kill him.
Ryan and go hard on him maybe.
I'm ready whenever.
Bomb it
Ryan
down, bomb it down.
Next, try to stay a little bit
And
further
now
back.
he's got
Speed,
armor.
let's go.
Like speed. I mean, yeah. I just don't really notice the speed. I
Left
guess
back.
I don't know.
Baby's
That's
one,
right.
baby's one, baby's dead.
Come on, Ryan.
Can you jump fire top right?
He's on heal. They saw the heal
Shadow,
over
he's looking
there.
for shadow,
She's
looking
low.
for
She's low.
The whole point of Lucio is really using that speed to synchronize your abilities and kill people fast.
right one, right still one.
Yeah, like that Ryan should have died.
Mhm.
There is no reason that Ryan should be alive right now.
Ryan,
Ryan
can
one
die,
still.
Ryan can
Ryan
die.
still one.
Right still one, right still one.
Oh no.
Oh fuck, he's full. Just go.
Play slow.
We can take free control of high grounds here. We have that tanks.
You're running.
But they have
Yeah,
only D.Va
Monkey,
buff, so-
Diva, Widow,
They have Widow as well.
Lucio,
They still have shatter.
Zen,
They use nano.
Brig.
They have like shatter beat.
Brig's pretty out of position here.
I'm on the Ryan. I'm on the Genji.
Ryan Discord.
Wait, where should he be?
I mean, no, it's like in terms of like comp wise, like Brig is sort of like, I don't know, it's a bit rough. I mean, if you're gonna play Brig here, like you play with your Zen in the back, or you two basically are like what I like to call butt buddies. So if they
Mhm.
dive you, you can like peel for them, and then the Lucio sort of with the dive tanks on top, giving them speed. But the Lucio sort of plays like around general store or wherever it is, so the Lucio can come back and peel. Because if you have
see.
like 3 supports together, it's really hard for the enemy team to kill your supports.
No,
Mm.
stabilize. We can
Your
dive
Widow
in,
should be
dive in.
high ground, taking flank angles. Your Widow should be like if the building's there, right?
Mhm.
Try to draw it, but like basically on the other side, like Mega's there, like you should be like getting a flank angle on them. So while you're pushing in, they're getting shot in the back,
Mhm.
or playing the other side and shooting them.
This.
Okay, ready? I'm going in. I'm going in.
Not
Diana.
dead.
Oh, I
I'm
was
gonna get you
popping.
next. Get you next
dude.
to Bash.
I'm shooting feet.
Genji can
I'm
still
okay. Actually, I'm okay.
Popped
I'm
off.
okay.
Okay, okay.
D.Va left, D.Va left, D.Va left.
Diva on the mega, Diva on the mega.
Can we D-Mac?
No, she's out, she's out.
Okay.
Widow is.
Default
Widow's
high
right
ground
side.
here. Default high ground here. Nice.
Do you see Widow? I think she's red side.
She was
but I'm
right side
positive.
last time
Okay.
I saw.
Try to use primal to zone out supports in this fight.
Okay.
We can use trans.
Okay,
They have nano.
I'll
They have
translate.
nanoblade. They have nanoblade. Yeah.
So
same
like
nanoblade.
CSR is shot calling right here. It's
Mhm.
super reactive. It's like let's like you're not taking into account that they have nanoblade like till it's too late. If you started saying that they have nanoblade, right, you probably use a monkey ult to deal with the Genji and make space, so the Genji can't really ult efficiently.
Mhm.
See the difference there? Like that simple monkey ult could have like literally dealt the nanoblade instead.
Mhm.
And now they still have their win condition.
There's zone. There's zone. There's zone.
Okay, yeah,
Monkey's
yeah.
dead.
Monkey point no shot. Monkey point no shot.
Monkey.
Monkey point no shot.
I need heals real bad.
Dead.
Please,
Having
please heal me. Please heal me.
On a point. On a point. On a
We
point.
got point. We got point. We got point. We got point.
Okay, no
That was a
more,
pretty
no
good
more.
bomb.
Chase Diva, D-Mac? We can D-Mac maybe.
We already got point, right? I'm not sure.
Lucius low.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, did you get point before the bomb
Yeah.
or after? Oh, okay.
I think he
I-
pressed Q and we got it at the
There's
same
zone.
time or
There's zone. There's
something.
zone.
Oh, okay. I mean, the
whatever.
thing
Yeah,
is,
monkey,
they
monkey,
probably would
monkey,
have
monkey, monkey,
contested
monkey,
if they didn't
monkey,
see that
monkey,
bomb there.
monkey,
That's
monkey,
what, like, I
monkey,
mean, I don't know about the timing though. Oh, yeah, no, you definitely got it right before.
Yeah.
I've seen the 0-0 bug where it shows 0-0, so I
Yeah.
was like really confused for a second, but it showed 2 there. So
On a point. On a point. On a
We
point.
Yeah,
got
you didn't
point,
need
we
it.
got point. We got point. We got point.
yeah,
no more,
that
no
was a
more.
waste.
Chase Diva, D-Mac? We can D-Mac maybe.
Genji top, Genji top.
Again, like this is sort of what you want to see there, right?
Lucio's low.
Oh,
Okay,
they're
no,
out.
yeah, okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
I
Like,
should have- I should
Like
have
the
Genji,
Zen
Genji.
discords.
Okay.
Assists.
Nice.
I'm on point.
Here, Zen
Okay, I'm
Zen
gonna
Goats
beat
is better
nanoblade,
than
save fans for, like,
Dotes.
shatter.
Dotes is
Yeah.
really
Play
weak
further
here.
back if you want.
Okay.
Just like
So you
Diana
should
We-
honestly
shatter.
just switch.
Actually,
Yeah, we
no,
do
no,
swap,
no,
I
no,
think.
no, 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 go.
I mean, you should
Yeah.
swap like right now.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Widow's
true.
also pretty
I'll
weak.
pick first though, 'cause beat's
There's no
better than
point.
Blade, transfer blade.
Is Lucio above us? Diva's above us.
Yeah.
Try to Discord Genji if you
She's
can.
ulting behind.
Discord Genji when I beat.
Widow's
Really
far back,
split.
mate.
Genji
Like,
supported?
we should-
Yeah, you should be. If you're gonna play Dotes here, you got to play with the environment.
We need back out. We need
Get
back
out, get out, get out,
Look
get out, get out,
to-
get out.
You want me to go Ren?
Everyone out.
There we go.
Yeah, you can go Ren.
Healing lacked.
Should we go go?
Sorry, I'm a little tired.
yeah.
If you go Ryan, this is fine. This is good.
We can roll over the Rhine with coach. They
Yeah,
have no
exactly.
reason-
Like in terms of Dotes, do you just play
Ready?
like your healers as backline and everyone else is frontline? Like how does it work?
Well, no, wow. Oh, wait, 1 sec. You should look at that. That was like a pretty good dive. 1 second.
If you go Ryan,
So, because you get a few abilities to synchronize there. So with Dotes, I mean, you're basically playing the poke game. You're basically like, if they have a Ryan and there's a lot of environment, their line can't really cleave because you're utilizing environment. So you're doing damage to that Ryan. And basically what you're trying to do is you just try and jump their backline as fast as you can if they're running Zen and just kill the Zen, like obliterate the Zen really fast.
Mhm.
Because what you do is you jump on the Zen. Zen takes then the jump pack damage plus whatever damage melee plus zap plus Diva comes in and rockets. You speed together and it's a slow jump, which normally it is like a small jump, not too far away. Your Brig's there too, and your Brig stuns that person and just destroys them.
Mhm.
And the person's always discorded too, so it's normally just like a really fast kill.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if they're running static based like tanks, so stuff that's like Ryan Zarya, they can't really do much because like they have to like sort of go back and peel, and when they go back and peel, the rest of your team pushes up, and you're dynamically allocating space for yourself by their tanks falling back and your
Mhm.
tanks making space because
This is
like
fine.
their tanks have to
We can
peel back
roll
for
over
them.
the Rhine with coach.
Yeah,
They have no
exactly.
sorry.
So it's just abusing high ground pretty much.
Ready?
Yeah, well, also that too. I mean, that's one thing, but like I don't know. I don't like Dotes for maps out of high ground. Like Hollywood second, I like Double Sniper. I like Sombra Widow, Sombra or Doom Widow. Like I just like abusing high ground more with just
Mhm.
like a dive where basically your tank just drop on cart, buy time, let your DPS do work with flank angles, bite away at their tanks, and then they just jump back up.
I see.
Rhine's close.
Beating?
So watch this.
Run one!
Ryan, MC,
Oh, he was really low. Wait, how How is he? Oh, you should whoever's specking should activate health bars. It's like Control H,
Mine's
or there's an
close.
option for it.
Yeah, I have it turned on,
Run,
but
run, run,
Oh,
MC, let's
I'm
go.
not sure if it
Oh,
works for.
actually,
Yeah, it's
enemy,
weird.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. You're right. If you can only spec your own team, you can't see enemy team health bars. I'm pretty sure.
Go, go.
Even
Steven
Discord,
X,
even
Steven X.
Oh, I don't know how
He's
that
just
Ryan
left,
is so low.
Yeah, I mean,
Use walls, use walls. I'm beating.
As soon as they know that you've got the blade, your break should be with your supports on a little ball.
Oh.
mhm.
That way you can easily get them stun and boop.
Genji
No, no,
was
no,
He might die. He's one.
Like
He's one.
he shouldn't have got that many kills. He actually should have just been destroyed because
Mhm.
Break Bash is broken and whatnot. Hashtag
Just
delete
stabilize,
Break.
stabilize. Good.
Lucio can die, Lucio can die.
Lucio one, nice.
Nice, nice. Focus point out. Focus
What
point
do
out.
I-
One and a half.
Come on, Ana.
Focus point. He might have shatter soon.
Needed.
Nice,
Uh,
man, so
uh,
good.
Coming back.
He's gonna get shatter soon.
Okay.
Get out.
I'm not really sure
No.
what happened here.
Notice how split you guys are.
Yeah.
Ana's back.
Think-
Right, Discord.
Yeah, we do regroup on card eventually, at
He's
least.
up, he's up.
Yeah, but it's pretty
You want
late.
Lucian X?
Mm.
Lucian X?
Oh fuck, I'm dead. We should.
Wait, can we win this?
Maybe.
Lucio's low?
Yeah, winnable. They have staggered spawns.
Widow back left.
Transing you, Halo.
Okay, yeah.
Like only Diva needs to push someone else. Whoever Ryan's on,
Yeah,
Ryan
thank you.
should be on that with a person with other people.
On a point, on a
Mhm.
point.
Another
On a
point,
With
another
big
point.
trance.
Clear point, clear point.
Like that Diva should be out of mech by
Oh, no,
now.
no, 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 no.
Fuck
Like
this
your
guy.
brig is literally
Fuck
doing nothing right now on
this
cart.
guy.
You have 15 seconds before your brig could have done more work.
Run,
Get Ryan, Get the rank.
Also, yeah, your target calling needs to be more aggressive. If you watch good teams, they chain target call. So like they'll all like their target caller says the enemy, like the target, and after that, someone else will say the other target, and then they just keep going and going and going.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Like echoing target calls or something?
yeah. So
Okay.
like how it works is like the target caller calls Ryan, right, and then someone else will say I'm on Ryan 2 or Ryan low, Ryan, and so this way like different people on the team are saying the target that it is, so people don't get tunnel visioned and everyone's on the same target, and then after that target's dead, his target caller calls the next target, and then same thing happens again, right? The target caller goes on that target. Someone else will say, "I'm that target low. I'm on that target. That target's name, target, right?" So so basically the main tank knows that everyone else is on that target, and because main tanks can't turn around and see, "Hey, I wonder if my team's with me," right? They don't have the capability, so it helps the main tank know that he's not by himself and has support from his back line. So like that means his supports can heal him, so you can play a little more aggressively and like play to like around here, right? When he's got shield. And then it also, like I said, it avoids tunnel vision for your whole team because they know who to be on and not be on a different person. So yeah.
On the left.
Doom, one.
Lucio, Lucio's low. One, Lucio's one.
Doom first.
Genji one.
Nice.
Genji one.
He's one still.
It should be like beam
Point,
right
point,
clicking
point,
melee
point.
Maze on
We have a
point.
May.
to finish.
Baby.
Ana's back left.
Ana.
Genji still one.
Killing baby.
Doom
I'm
fist
sorry, he
again.
needs to work on his like mech skills.
May one.
Your Zarya should be like popping off right now, honestly.
Do one.
He's not
Okay.
doing enough. Like the factors that did that much, it's sort of insane. I don't know what rank your Zarya is, but
He's like 4,400.
Lucio.
oh,
I don't know.
Oh.
Nice, good job.
I
Nice job.
don't know. I feel like you could.
Yeah, let's try
to have a really
strong first point.
The longer the fight, the more work your Zarya should be doing.
I see.
Because Zarya is basically a DPS and goats, right?
Third treehouse thing, right?
So yeah.
Yeah. Are we staying ghosts for a
Okay.
second?
Okay.
or are we gonna go Widow?
What time? How long have I been streaming?
Depends on what they have, honestly.
Let me see if I have any other videos. Otherwise, we can do a little bit more. Because I really prefer team videos than
Mm-hmm.
not team videos because they're just
Okay.
more interesting. Not gonna lie. Let's see. That video is messed up, and that video is messed up too. Okay, so the rest of the videos are messed up, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Alright, yeah. Thank you.
Yep, it's fine.
If they have Widow, you can counter Widow. I think that's fine.
So here you're talking about
Make
stuff.
sure Lactus first one to touch point.
Yeah, and put trap behind us again so we don't get
Yeah.
flanked.
Wait, do you
Well,
want to touch
are you
left
running
side of
treehouse
point or
here?
Right side of
Yeah.
Just touch the
Okay.
side they're not on. If they go like around right
I
side
think
behind, you can
their
touch
Lucio
right.
flanks
They just
and he
come in, you
boops
can
two
go right
people,
side.
so we
We have
lose.
to rotate fast.
Gotcha.
Last time we
Yeah.
didn't rotate.
Yeah, that
Right.
too.
I mean, they might debate, like, they might go right side and come back or something.
Even if
but
they bait,
Um,
if we
I don't
make
think
it
they're
so-
gonna do that.
we should
Yeah.
be fine.
Because either way, you're on
If we-
point.
Yeah, if we make it in the stairs, we have like junk spam, so
Yeah, we have enough
It should be
movement,
okay.
like disruption, that we
Okay.
should be able to make it even if they did.
So my team is experimenting with quad DPS
Hello,
today
make sure
in
when
I see.
Ilios, and the enemy team got so tilted that they just left. Like we like 100 to 0'd them.
Okay.
It was pretty funny.
Is this for your college team or?
No, it was for my 4.5k NA team.
Okay.
Top tier 3.
Make sure they don't
Yeah.
see us.
My college team's like, I think they're 4.1-ish. And like
Really?
they're like rank 50, yeah, they're ranked like 54 or something right now. But we had 2 weeks where we didn't do
I'm
anything, so
still
we
back
couldn't
here.
get points.
I see.
Yeah, but this weekend's both free wins are
Zarya
like
Ryan.
diamond teams for some reason. Do you guys get prizes top 10 for preseason
If they go
or
No.
anything, or not really?
No.
Hanzo.
Oh, you just get lanyards, like
Yeah. It counts for seeding, I think.
yeah. Okay, so it's a lot of group up. So Zen and so Mercy should be flying back here. Doesn't need to be up with the team.
Mhm.
Zen, this is perfect over here because what you want to be doing is as soon as they dive you, you just drop down. The reason why you want Mercy being here is your Mercy can scout and see if anyone's coming from this side and call it.
Mhm.
Diva, this is fine. That's an Ash. I'd say that's okay too. Your trap, I'm assuming you put it somewhere over here. It's fine.
Right side.
You should be calling halts for sure.
Drop. They're high ground.
Halt
Alright.
Ash hits. Halt like mining.
Mhm.
Burning shield.
Hanzo doesn't
Nice,
see
big
us.
kill, big kill, big kill.
Fucking-
I'm still.
Yeah, you gotta be
Burn
calling
shield,
halts.
burn
That's like
shield,
the
yeah,
biggest
nice,
thing you
nice.
gotta be doing or not doing.
Where's right side?
Someone's right stairs.
Yeah.
They dropped. Ren dropped.
It's a
Is
free
Zarya
DM.
Or is she still right stairs?
She's still there, I think.
Try to kill
Yeah, she's
whoever's
still
coming from
there.
spawn. Who'd you kill? It was Hanzo, right?
Hanzo, yeah.
Hanzo?
Yeah, so just so you know, that Pharah is probably gonna be impossible for you to kill. Unless
Okay.
you haul that Pharah up and headshot, right?
Mhm.
Because pretty much how that, like that, how that Pharah is using environment, like any hit scan player, unless you're running Widow, has to first of all just headshot that's Widow. But Ash, you can't when it kill someone. Actually, you might be able to. You can Mercy damage boost Discord and want to kill. But then that's a lot of resources being used on that, right? And then that damage that you're putting into this, if you don't hit that shot immediately, right? It might take maybe like 4 or 5 shots. If you don't hit that eventually, that damage could be going to like their tanks or someone else that's looking to push you.
Hanzo's
So
coming
it's like a
from
risk you have to take, and it
right,
depends on
something
mechanics and
else.
whatnot. But
spawn. Yeah, they are.
He's
They are,
spamming
they are.
shield.
Yeah, spam shield.
Farah's still right.
yep, spamming shield's the right
Uh,
call.
I don't see her.
I'll keep tabs on her fire.
She's left. She's left. She's left.
Your
Yeah.
junk thing should be going like further
Where
in that
did they go?
cave.
On the right,
It's
on the
like
right.
barely going all the way.
Right side.
Right.
Hey, our junk light? Or-
Feels like the
So like if you look over here, your junk mines are dying over here. If you throw them further up, they'll actually go down more and like actually damage them.
Mhm.
Like you see what I'm saying? Like they're like not going down that hallway.
I see.
They go
On the right, on the right.
back.
The right side.
Right,
Oh,
right,
the
right,
right
right.
side. The right side. Right
Touch,
side.
touch.
give us like the
Okay.
fire.
This is where you're probably gonna run into an
Fucking
issue, I
left
bet. So ideally, normally what you want to do here is drop a shield over here, and then you want to drop down, take this area. That way you've got sort of a bunker, right?
Mhm.
You got a health pack in there, and you're contesting. And since you've got Junkrat, you're just gonna spam straight into them. And if they push you, you put a trap down here so they get stuck, and then your Junkrat just kills them. But since you didn't do that, your Diva probably is gonna lose back. Also, flying out is a bad idea because you you use fly to like peel back. You always want to drop down so you have fly
Oh, they're behind
mobility.
us. They're behind us.
Behind!
And now your
Fire right,
Mercy
fire
is
left,
forced
fire
to
left,
fully
fire left.
heal
On
the
the
Diva,
fire,
which
fire left.
sucks because that means your Mercy can't heal anyone else,
Behind.
and then your Diva dies here. So it's just how you played that is not
Mhm.
correct.
Brian's half.
I can res you after.
So just rotate like under cafe if that happens.
You just drop. You don't need like if you know they're right over there, like you can just drop. Like
Mhm.
literally put your shield down, Orisa drop first. And that people can still play high ground, but if they have a Pharah, you probably all want to drop because that Pharah is gonna kill you on high ground, right? When you don't have that shield. So yeah. And then Zen and Mercy drop behind. So we'll junk. Tanks can drop in front because it's faster.
Yeah, we don't
Do we
want
die on point?
Fuck. Okay.
Okay, what do we swap
I'm
to?
out.
No, let's go Sombra Doom.
I can Widow.
Probably.
Sombra Widow,
Okay.
that's fine.
I can say.
It's a pretty good comp.
Kind of have to. I got force.
Yeah, Kami's a Sombra one trick.
We can dive with Valk. maybe.
Gotcha.
Sorry,
But he's not.
Zarya,
I don't know, he feeds a lot on Sombra.
Zarya no bubble.
Like, he plays really greedy with his translocates.
On
Get
him.
out.
I see.
Hanzo's one.
They swapped to Widow.
Yeah, like that
Okay.
was pretty much a
Little main,
waste.
little main.
We can look
Okay.
for a dive here.
Got
We can
on
look
us.
for a
Oh,
dive.
nice. Ready? Ready?
Like for Sombra?
Widow knock.
Get the way, get the
Like like that whole like hack and everything. I mean, unless you didn't know that they had grab, I think that's sort of a waste, just a waste there and like go back and whatnot. I'd rather be scouting and being in their back line.
Mm-hmm.
the widow. I'm on the widow.
They have
On
grab.
to one.
Another one, another one.
So like here's an example where your LOS that you have for your team is over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they go any of their back there and there and there, you're in a disadvantage, right? So ideally what you want to do actually is not look to engage right there. You want to look to engage right over here.
Okay.
Now why over here is because when they start backing off, right, they will still be in your LOS. They won't be able to back off to where they need to, which is over there. They'll back off to purple, right?
Mhm.
And you still win the fight then.
I see.
Okay.
I think,
Get the widow. I'm on the widow.
yeah, when we prep for this map, we
Another one, another one, another one,
agreed to
another one.
fight like really early.
Run half.
Just
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's definitely the call. This is the best choke in the game, but you don't want to be at like LOSing your team, especially
Yeah,
your
that's
Widow's
true.
10, because that's a lot of damage.
Okay.
I'm just blocking Halo.
Zeri one. Oh shit. Hold
No,
on.
they don't.
Oof, dude.
I can't res
Yeah.
that. I can't res that.
Your
I
team
can't
should have
res
pushed up with the
We
D.Va.
should
I
just
mean, you
back
should have
up.
killed him. But again,
Yeah, we
same
should back
concept,
up.
right? As soon as you do that, you're out of line of sight.
mm-hmm.
And normally, my
Um,
team doesn't run Mercy. We run
They use
Ana
the-
because we like the
Don't dive
nades.
tanks now.
but-
Spawn Lucio.
On
Mercy's
top.
fine too.
Monkey jump me. They nano. Try to
Okay.
get away. Try to get away. There's a wasted nano.
Okay, they just wasted nano, yeah. They have beat, they have dragon.
Okay, I walk forward.
Monkey
This is
disco.
on me on Mega.
I'm gonna try to get.
No bubble.
Lucio
Hanzo
Mega.
top. Hanzo top. Hanzo on me.
Yeah.
It's a good peel.
Monkey one,
That
monkey one,
monkey
monkey
should die.
Careful, Halo.
Help
There
Halo,
we go.
help Halo, help Halo.
Sorry,
Auto
hack.
point,
Sorry,
auto point.
Widow,
sorry,
widow, widow, widow.
sorry,
Widow, widow,
sorry,
auto point.
sorry,
Like-
Discord on point. Sorry, 1 HP.
These people should be dying a little bit better,
Donna?
but it's okay.
Alright, we're good.
Widow's
We're good.
out.
I'm gonna go get Widow.
I'm going high
Just
ground.
left side, low.
Okay,
Careful
I'm with
down.
you.
Nice.
Nice.
nice, big kill.
What's your average SR? Like 4.4?
Yeah, they have
Like peak or
they're
like
gonna close the walls.
Yeah, peaks.
Calling
I don't
out
care.
Widow.
peak like 4.3,
Probably walls. Let's look for an EP
4.4,
point.
yeah.
EP one that gets a point and we dive.
Monkey no jump.
Jump
Left.
left.
Hanzo main.
I don't see
Monkey
Widow
no
yet. Widow's
shield.
right side, cafe.
He made
You guys have a big esports program?
Just hide,
No.
let them get the point. We can EP
Okay.
point.
Hanzo's
We
right.
don't get any money.
Left, sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
to
yeah,
drop
I
it.
know.
Little.
I wish,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
I wish my
Widow's
university
bottom
gave us
left, bottom
money
left
too.
Mega.
Bottom left.
Okay, I'm going on her.
Ready to
She's
EP.
on
I think the Widow just takes an angle here or something. I'm not sure where our Mercy is.
EP point.
Yeah,
Hanzo's right.
Really
Okay,
know.
Hanzo's left, sorry.
I'm gonna have to drop
I
this.
dropped a
one.
little.
Okay, yeah. Widow's bottom left.
it was probably near Mega there.
Yeah.
You know, you should always be calling where your
Bottom
widow
left
is,
Mega.
Bottom left.
their widow is though.
Mhm.
Always whenever they're running
Ready
widow,
to EP.
so
Yeah.
people can
Mariana?
like you can rotate more in your.
Hanzo top is
Oh, okay. As soon as your Mercy dies, your Zen's gotta get out of there because he's probably gonna die.
I have their
We get another fight
Back
here.
up, back up, back up, back up.
Yeah.
yeah,
Widow's
I
up
was gonna
top
call.
right now.
Die in cart should be the call
Get
right
out
here.
if you can.
I'm dying.
Get out or die in cart.
Widow
I have
drop.
out this side too.
Anna's on payload.
They're
pushing,
they're pushing.
Come back, black. Come back, black.
Pick
Good.
an EMP here.
I have beat. Or I have chance, I have chance.
They
Good
have
walls.
walls.
Careful. Careful.
Let's try to get out. I'm gonna try to get out right side.
I'm up
Okay.
top.
Tommy
of
might
Widow.
die.
I'm going left. I'm going. I have Valk. I have Valk.
Should've
Valk.
stayed
Valk.
like.
Valk.
It's like a problem of
Hanzo
being
point,
like
Hanzo point,
reactive.
Hanzo point.
Like you guys waited too long. Your Sombra tried to take a fight which she shouldn't have taken. She should have just EMP'd and then pushed in, and then you would have won.
Hanzo point.
I think
Yes, they had
Yeah.
someone high
Monkey,
ground,
monkey,
but like
monkey,
you
monkey,
could have
monkey,
like,
monkey,
oh my
monkey.
goodness, you used
Monkey
4
just
ults here.
Monkey one.
Oh,
Uh,
God, way over
no, no,
ulted.
no.
Widow's on. Widow's on. Oh, dude.
no, I haven't like their Widow used walls, so our Sombra had to translocate.
Oh,
So it kind of fucked everything.
Widow's
I
main,
had to hear
Widow's
the
main.
walls. Okay,
Low,
I mean
low,
that's
half
fair.
ults. Okay, nice.
But like then again, like if you know they have like walls, right? You can
That's
just
true.
play near the widow and just play under. Like EMP is a really, really big area, so there's no reason that you need to be like right there.
She's out.
Mhm.
Okay, where's the D.Va go?
Oh,
We should maybe swap on Lucio.
Wait, she's just staggering herself.
I mean, what's she gonna do?
They have break now.
Run away.
Hold on,
Still
you're
Widow.
supposed to-
We're
Okay, we
swapping
kill,
on
kill,
Lucio.
Yeah, Kami gets really greedy
Widow's
here.
Might have
going-
been a bad idea. I don't know.
Aw.
I think.
Right on
I
top.
mean,
I don't
this is
remember.
fine to like build ult. I use this to build ult, but like not
Mhm.
like
Okay,
this.
cool. We're okay.
Like use this to build
Let's go,
ult. You're already at
let's go. Our
60%. Like
supporters
just feed on the monkey right
Wait,
there.
did they win
Monkey
this
low.
blue ball?
Let's
Try
see
to get
hacks.
high ground maybe. Oh, I just went off.
We're not there. We're not there. We're not there.
Wido's looking at me.
Now, like,
Yeah.
you should be
Yeah,
gone. Like,
I think as soon as we hear Anna sleep, you should translocate.
Back, 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 back.
Just back up.
Okay, no, it's fine,
yeah,
just
like,
back up.
I don't know what do you
Wait for
think.
Kami.
That's way too
They're primal.
greedy.
They're primal.
And you shouldn't have even gone for the hack. You should have just started feeding for ult there. So you have ult in the next fight and play slow. A really important concept is understanding when to play slow to build ults and then win off the ultimates.
Anna,
I have feet out, I have feet out.
Anna, Gamma.
Not just
Let's
always
go
being
outside.
aggressive.
Okay.
Being aggressive obviously is good, but if you can win fights, you know, about it.
So,
She's debacked. Lucio's in jail.
Wow.
Where does main street
Again,
monkey?
like
put it out. I'm
translocated. I don't know if he
pressuring.
translocated there, but like,
I don't.
Yeah, translocated. You just didn't press it fast enough.
I'm
I'm
nanoing
trying to
out.
boot them out.
I'm just nanoing.
No, fuck. That's fine, that's fine.
yeah,
Just
like
play
this
for left.
fight was just you should have won this fight 100%.
Mhm.
You can go
You
Ryan.
just played passive and understood
for
like
EMP.
you needed these
We just swap
ultimates to
after.
win. So like you would have won.
A bomb.
Let's try to take a fight at the corner. We can EMP bomb.
Get a Rhino.
Oh, there's. Harry pushed up. I'm dead. I'm swapping Zarya.
Okay.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. They're not getting any progress. Oh, yeah.
Winston's up top right now.
Okay, cool.
One
It's
second.
fine, it's fine.
Their Widow's up top too. No grapple.
I don't really track ults. They used Primal in
These
Nanoed earlier.
I think they use Brig ult as well.
Okay, so they have beat. They
They
just
got
use
walls.
walls.
Get
They
out,
have beat,
Kami.
beat and Diva bomb.
She's
We can
main.
look for Diva bomb or EMP bomb maybe.
Alright.
You ready?
Yo, call me. Just play with us and I'll amp speed
Yeah,
you
I'm
in.
ready
Okay.
when-
Where are
I'm
you?
Are you ready? Let's go. Go down. Go now.
Get on
Have
monkey.
it, have it.
1 second, sorry, I'm in 3
Oh,
blinds.
I will.
Monkey
Mm.
behind.
Missed.
Monkey.
Okay.
Okay.
Monkey's
Let
on,
me
monkey's
go
on,
back really fast.
Monkey's
Come on,
on,
monkey,
monkey
monkey.
anti,
Like
monkey
this
anti.
whole fight.
Get
They
out.
have
Okay.
Silver.
It's okay. It's okay. They're not getting any progress. Oh, yeah.
Winston's up top right now.
Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Their Widow's up top too. No grapple.
I don't really track ults. They used Primal in
These
Nanoed earlier.
I think they use Brig ult as well.
Okay, so they have beat. They
They
just
got
use
walls.
walls.
Get
They
out,
have beat.
Kami.
Oh,
beat
what
Diva
is that
bomb.
aim?
We can
Main.
look for Diva bomb or
Should have
EMP
killed
bomb.
the
maybe.
widow there. Or at least got him to 1.
Yo, yo, call me. Just play with us
His
and
setup
I'll
is
amp
really
speed you in.
scuffed.
Where are you?
Are you ready?
I
Go.
see.
Go down. Go now.
He's using my setup right now.
Oh.
Oh.
Like my old
Monkey
setup.
behind. Monkey
I don't know,
behind.
it's weird.
So like here, you should just want to grab bomb or EMP bomb, but like I think where you did it didn't make sense, which is probably right over here. Like there's so much environment here that they can just deal with, like just kite around. But
Mhm.
if you waited till the cart was over here, right, they're either gonna get kited in there or the other way. And then what you do is they're obviously not gonna be here. You make a decision like let's push into there and kill whoever goes in there. There's no way in hell unless it's like an owl team or like a top contenders, they're gonna like all go one direction. You know what I mean?
I see,
Like
yeah.
so you call, okay, they're probably gonna go right. Let's just all kill them right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He bubbled.
Oh, I will.
Monkey behind. Monkey.
It's okay. Monkey's on, monkey's on, monkey's on. Monkey's
Come on,
on,
monkey,
monkey anti, monkey anti. Fight here.
Break low, break low, break low, break low.
Having you in 2.
Careful, Widow's still alive.
On the need.
Yeah, you probably lost this
Only
now.
heals. Monkey.
Unless
Monkey.
you
Monkey.
like, oh, okay. You're honestly calling. I'm gonna look to beat. Like I'm gonna look to heal or look to sleep. Monkey, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's there's certain
Monkey
calls
behind.
you just gotta be making.
I'm trying to play with you.
Oh.
Diva 1.
Monkey can die.
Monkey 1.
Oh, that's pretty big. You probably went off that.
Yeah.
Diva.
Like I talked to Ariana and she said
We can chase this.
he nanoed or Zarya because their Winston used Primal or something. Yeah, no
And
bubble.
like you're scared to die.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
Gotcha, that's fair enough. But like, I
What's
don't
a
know.
bomb?
Nanoing break is really good.
Okay.
Nah,
Mhm.
70 on
Most
shatter.
of shatter. We can hold here, hold here, and then just back up to point. Okay.
I'm playing this corner.
Try to build ults. We don't want to
Break
take a
left,
fight
break
here.
left, break left, break left. Go get the break,
Build
break
ults,
left,
build
break
ults.
left.
Good,
Get up,
good,
get up,
good,
get up.
nice,
He might have
nice,
shatter. He
nice.
might have shatter.
Watch out, watch out, yeah.
He has shatter. He has shatter. He has shatter. He has shatter.
Huge pin, he's dead.
I'm shattered, I'm shattered.
Nice. That's pretty. Yeah, you won
Oh
this.
shit.
Lucy one?
No one should die to that. You have plenty of time to.
Dead.
Yeah, your alt tracking just shot calling needs more work, and you guys need more better planning, so you can like just like proactively be counter shot calling.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I'd say. Like I'd say for if you guys are running goats or then goats, you guys should first focus on your ability synchronization and engages, and then after that, I'd say work on rotations, and then after that, well, first ability synchronization for your comps, and after that, work on your actual comms where you're counter shot calling, and after that, I'd say work on your rotations.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I see.
Any questions?
Yeah, sorry, hang on.
You're fine.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I can't really think of anything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's be something I want to ask.
Just DM me or post on the server.
Okay,
questions,
sure. Yeah.
And I'll probably respond. So that's what the server's for.
Mhm.
So I was getting too many people just DMing me and like in
Okay.
DMs, and like it was getting sort of annoying. So like just easier when people just DM in a
Okay.
concentrated area.
Uh,
But yeah.
in terms of like playing floats, do you just go for hard dives like 24/7? Is that like
No, it depends on
no?
the enemies running.
Okay.
Like rotate, like I said, like Sanctum, people run floats a lot, and if the enemy's running double sniper with no Lucio, you just rotate on them until you get in their backline and just kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like if it's floats v goats, do you just like try to hard dive supports? Like you just kind of have to, right? Or
1 second. 1 second, sorry. Sorry, say that again.
so
If it's floats versus what?
if it's floats versus goats, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just hard dive their backline, or
No, you play poke, so you look to engage them unless their backline's like super free, like really far away from their front line, and like you can just dive them and you
Okay.
can definitely kill a Zen. But no, you play poke, and then what you do is you're basically using Monkey as a Ryan, except you using it environment, like like walls and stuff, so that if like the Ryan tries to cleave, you can just deal with it better.
Mhm.
And then yeah, and then when you're low, you can just jump back and get healed back up. But the whole point of it is you're gonna try and delete someone really fast and then jump back up, jump back, and then you got an advantage, and then you'll just re-engage.
Mhm. I see. Like in terms of like learning about the game, like how should I approach it? Like I'm not really sure what to do.
In terms of what?
Like trying to like learn the game, cause like I don't like I just started coaching like 2 months ago and I don't really know what I'm doing.
What I'd say, it's so funny. A lot of people have come to me like, "Hey, I want to learn how to coach. I want to learn how to do this. How do I get better?" So what I'd say is watch a lot of contenders. I don't know what type of me. For example, like I think like I don't know if you notice I talk really fast, and like I'm not, because I'm an engineer. I'm a computer science major, so I think really logically. So I'm like used to like strategy and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I watch a lot of contenders. Like I coach a team in Korea. I used to coach like help a team in AU. I'm working with the EU team. I'm working with an SA team right now, and I work in NA too. So like I work in almost every single region, or I'm like aware of different metas and understand how different people play. So I understand different things and understand how to use different things in different situations, and then like applying it and how to apply it. So if you like as you get a higher and higher like tier at like SR, you need to like understand not just how to run the comp, but like where to run the comp, where like not how the comp works. Sorry, like just knowing how the comp works is one thing, but understanding like what map to apply it on, what are its like really good pros, what are its disadvantages. Understanding like the other thing I'd say is understanding your team's strengths. For example, my team is probably my NA team probably is one of the best Widows in tier 3. Right, like he's better than Zerocious and UIC, like way better. Like he's insane. Like he beats like he's won like multiple Widow like compositions and everything. He's like not a Widow one trick, but he's like almost a Widow one trick. So we play around him. So we'll run a lot of double sniper. We'll run a lot of like Widow dive, and we'll use that. And that's how we go about it, because I understand like the team's strengths. Obviously, it takes time to understand a team's strengths, right? And understand what you can work around. Obviously, with this meta, it's super annoying because it's a lot of goats. But like I said, there's certain maps like Hollywood second, Numbani first, Numbani second, Dorado second, where you can run different comps that work. And like I said, if your team is really good at certain heroes, you can try and use that to your advantage and do that instead of just running meta comps. That's one way of approaching like coaching and like sort of like doing stuff. That's about sort of one way of building custom comps and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'd say, I don't know, just like I guess watching by someone coach a lot, you'll sort of like see. I don't know. I'm planning on doing this like every week. So if you like watch a lot of it, you'll probably like understand like better, and like I don't know. Like if someone like came up to me and like wanted me to like do a video on like how to coach people, so maybe that'll become a thing, and maybe you can see that.
Okay.
I'm not sure yet, but like yeah, like I don't know. I've been coaching for like 2 years, and like I was like a mid tier 3 player, and I was a shot caller. So going from like a shot caller to like coaching for me was like heaven because I got eventually burnt out because double blocks and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I realized that I like coaching more and I like strategy. So it was sort of like it made sense to change. And it was just easy for me because I used to plan the strategies and everything for the team. So like, I don't know, but I mean, I just had a lot of experience, so it just takes time. It's something you can't just like learn right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
cool.
definitely watching a lot of contenders helps. Like, I didn't even know about quad DPS till I watched some Korean contenders, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool. This makes a lot of sense. And then applied it, but I applied it in different situations. Like I applied it on Ilios, right? And we just like stomped the other team. Obviously, it wasn't on a good team, but like it was like when we try stuff out, we never scrim good teams because that's not like that. Just because they're a good team, doesn't mean that's going to work right away because there might be some things we need to fix. So you always scrim a team that's a little worse, like around like, maybe 0.2k SR lower or like just not a good team. And then you see if it works on them. If it works on them, then okay, this is probably viable. Then you play a good team with it and then see if it works on them. If it doesn't work on them, you actually do a VOD review and you say, okay, maybe we need to adjust some stuff here. Maybe you need to do that. That's how VOD reviews sort of come into effect. And then you have map reviews, which sort of go over into like positioning, rotations, compositions, and stuff. And then I do goals for scrims normally, but I mean like really busy. I mean, I will do a lot of them, but like normally like every scrim has a goal. What do we want to accomplish with the scrim? Because winning, losing scrims doesn't really matter, right? They're only practice. What matters is like tournaments, leagues, and whatever stuff. So if you get whatever value you want out of the scrim, then you're good. Like for example, if you do a map review for a scrim and you want to like make sure the rotations are good, the composition is good, everyone's positioning okay, and that whole scrim, you just have that one map and that map goes well. Everyone did what was supposed to happen, and it worked well, and you won the map. Your goal's done, right? You accomplished what you're trying to do in that scrim. That's all that matters.
I see. Oh, okay. That's a lot of things to think about.
Yeah. This is like all recorded. I'll like post it in like your guys' Discord.
I'm recording it right now too.
You are? Okay.
Yeah. I think when I was watching your stream, your Discord is really quiet, so I don't know.
My Discord.
Like, it's like if someone else in your Discord's talking, it's like there's like silent.
Oh, I can make it louder.
Oh, yeah.
That's my bad. I mean, it probably just is how it is. I don't know. I have like really nice headphones. Like they like just I don't like being too loud, I guess. But also one of my roommates like sleeping right now, so like I don't want to be too loud. So yeah. Yeah. Any other questions?
Oh,
cool. All right.
Yeah.
I will see you later, and
I'll
yeah,
see you.
just let me know.
Yeah, cool.
All right, bye.
Bye.